Most of my referrals come from Tri-City, and I know that they get the majority of the referrals from schools.
This is an agency where you don't just take a child into an office and have parents drop them off and then send them back at the end of an hour. Families are very involved in the treatment of their children.
Here's the person I want to be, and how do I get there? And to sort of see them make those changes to meet their goals in life and to be successful is really cool.
Being on the Wilderness Challenge program meant a lot to me. A couple of years ago, my mom passed away suddenly, and I don't think I would have made it through without being on the Wilderness Challenge program.
I just knew that you were here. You were in the community. It's like having an insurance policy. You don't always need it, but you know it's there if you do need it.
This can be an opportunity for families to see that working with a therapist is an okay thing. They get to experience some time with a therapist either through an educational presentation or through a support group.
My family and I just moved into Batavia, and we were new to the area and to the school. And my daughter was in 2nd grade, and her teacher mentioned to us that there was a program that the school offered, and would you be interested in coming? It's about a 7-week program, and it just gets to know the families within the community and in the school, and to meet other children her age. We were looking at our child and needing to know what's going on, how can we get to her, how can we reach her, and what can we do to get through to her, and they did it. They were able to help us with that. Everybody would go home with a thought or an idea or something else that they could take and build on their building blocks and structures for the family and for the child.
The purpose of the Single Moms Group is to help the moms meet other mothers in similar situations as single moms, and to empower them to raise their children in a healthy environment, to know that they're not alone in trying to raise their kids. There are other moms doing the same thing. The moms can come in here and meet with other moms, and they have the opportunity to talk about what's going on. They have an opportunity to vent what's going on. They have an opportunity to listen, to help problem solve with other moms, to offer opinions, their experiences and how they've dealt with different things. And together with the different opportunities, the different experiences, oftentimes moms will walk out of the group feeling a little bit better.
If your child or your student wasn't just in serious heavy-duty problems, there was really no place to turn to get real help. And Tri-City recognized that and began to provide some services that are reaching out to families and kids before they get to the point where they almost have to be put in a rehab center.
The Bridges program is a place for kids to come together, to be around other kids that are going through the same things. Kids come in very scared and confused, and it doesn't sound like a fun place to be, to go to a place where we're talking about divorce and about mom and dad splitting up. But this is a place where they can come in and share and teach and be taught about all the things that are happening. We hope to give them the tools that they need to both discuss and share inside the group, because we know that keeping things inside and suffering alone makes things so much more difficult.
Our wilderness program has been incredible. This will be the 20th year we've done the wilderness program. We're able to create in an 8-day period up in the middle of nowhere with teenagers an experience that would take us months and months to recreate in a therapy circumstance.
In this adventure, they sort of found that they could work as part of a team. They could also make decisions of their own and come back to a family and be a stronger member in the family.
It really helps the student develop a very sound aspect of who they are, building confidence, and we can definitely see that difference when the children come back from that program.
When I went on the trip, I was basically stuck with people I didn't know, and I didn't think I would have a lot in common with them, but it turned out I did. You're put in a situation where it's just you, your supplies, and the people you have around you, and you really bond and connect with those people. We were together for a week and I formed really lasting relationships.
Something different than they ever done before. And they have to relate. They have to get out of their mode of whatever they've been doing in their life and think about what they're doing and readjust, and they become new people.
What makes for successful therapy is really a relationship and a trust. And I think all of us know that you have to spend some time to do that. And from that then comes openings to, or invitations, as we say, to change.
I've been able to bring new ideas into the problems that I was facing. It's given me someone to talk with other than the family that's involved.
I think it's really key to find someone who you work well together with, and it has been exactly that. TriCity Service does a great job. I've gone through classes, anger management classes with my son. They have classes and forums for parents. So just being one place to come that offers many different services in so many different areas for kids and for the adults as well.
Seeing people come in and light up, you know, their faces kind of light up when they finally reach that point when they're like, oh, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I know that I have the abilities to reach my goals in life. I know that I can be happier, and I want to be happier, and I'm moving forward, and they're moving forward. They're doing the work. You know, that to me keeps me coming in.
Many of the things, of course, that we experience in all grade levels, from preschool through high school, is students bringing things in from the home life that teachers and staff need to deal with. A lot of times it's difficult for them to deal with in the school level, and so we really rely on Tri-Cities.
It's not unlike our staff to go to school staffings and talk to school social workers and teachers and guidance counselors and really try and create what we would call a wraparound around these children that we're working with.
People don't live in a bubble, right? I mean, when they come in here and we see them 1 hour a week, we don't really see what's happening in the real world. So it's nice to sort of be able to touch base with whoever's involved, whether that's grandparents or aunts and uncles or teachers or whoever.
We know what valuable clinical insight they can give us, as well as give the families. So they give positive direction to the family and work families and children together. It's not just working on your child to solve the problem, it's everybody together, including the school, so that we can work together to help Tri-City and family understand what's going on at school.
Our kids come from all across the United States, from situation of homelessness, kids who are dealing with family situations where drug and alcohol abuse is a significant problem and has really taken over the family, and the child has really become second to everything else that's going on with the mother or the father. TriCity Family Services is able to come right here to Mooseheart and meet the kids in their safe environment. They're not afraid to work outside their schedules and attend staffings on the child, to meet with the family teachers in the home, to talk about what's going on with the child and share the information with our clinical staff here at Mooseheart.
Because our agency's mission is dedicated to strengthening people and building community, we are doing that on a day-to-day basis by helping our organizations reach their peak performance through proven solutions with a wide variety of different services that we provide.
My experience with the EAP staff has been really good. We work a lot with Kathy Gibson, and she's always, on hand for me to call. She's also helped me, kind of counsel me with those difficult to handle conversations when we might be dealing with, difficult situations with the employee that need a little bit more caress, than others, things that relate to what an employee would go to the EAP for.
I've had managers who were having very difficult times in relationships with some of their subordinates. And really to work out those, we've referred managers and their subordinates to TriCity Family Services to work out those relationships. They're generally communication relationships which impede them from having a successful work relationship.
We had 2 employee deaths, and we had a lot of employees, obviously, that were experiencing grief. And we called TriCity Family Services, and they sent over some counselors to our workplace. And they met with the employees and talked with them about how they felt and what they were experiencing. And actually they did that in a couple of days, and our employees felt better about it. I mean, obviously they were still very sad, but it was really a good thing for them to be able to talk with somebody outside of the workplace that could help them.
This has been such a wonderful additional gift and benefit to be able to offer our staff. If they have needs, they know that they have someone they can turn to confidentially and confidently and get the help that they may need.
If you're feeling better, you're feeling good, you're positive, you're happy to be working and happy to go home at night, well, that makes a better employee.
Whenever we call, they're always so gracious to try to fit us in as soon as possible. They've also been wonderful to come here and do groups. And they've done groups with our children and with our parents to give them special skills. And it's been wonderful to see our kids open up and develop relationships with the people that come from TriCity Family Services and then with each other because of the kindness that's facilitated in the groups.
Our Stephen Ministry program can work well in conjunction with a counseling situation that's happening at TriCity Family Services that while they're not a Christian-based organization, that they can refer them back to us if a client has particular spiritual, faith-based needs that they want to encounter.
What the police need is somewhere to refer folks to, because what we run into with these people isn't necessarily a crime. A lot of what we do is very short-term social work, very brief, and you know, bringing the situation under control and trying to get people the help that they need and get them referred to the places that can provide that help, like TriCity.
It's a worthy organization to support. This is important, and particularly right now. I know that money's tight everywhere. It's tight here, and it's tight out there for the contributor, but it's really important for people to continue to find a way to support TriCity Family Services.
When I think about TriCity Family Services, I'm really thankful that they are here, not only as administrator of the city, but as a parent, a resident, friend of other people.
We're going to get a top-notch, very interested, very caring therapist who's going to really piece out how to help you best and how to motivate you or your child to make sound changes that will affect your whole family.
We're just sort of a think tank and a place that they can feel safe to sort of have somebody to walk along with them and hear the things that have gone on in their life and help them think about what differences could make a difference for them.